Okay. Well, turn the volume down. Okay. Oh, that's got a mark on it. Oh, it's got a mark on there. I always get the marks. What are we thinking? This is sitting here. Okay. Hello, D. Hello, Di. Big mix of photos here. Right. Just trying to find a photo. It's like a standalone photo. That's not huge. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the kids in the car with Mum.
So we got Dee, Di, Sandy.
Hello, Sandy and Jacqueline and Raquel and Diane and Karen and Pam. How are we all? What's that?
And Jacqueline.
I said Jacqueline.
Oh, did you?
Okay. We're going to do an 8x8 page that we can make into a 12x12. So, if you scrapbook 8x8, I'll show you. Oh, thank you, Diane. Hello, Mary. How are you? So this is a bookmark we make. I only put them up on the website today. So this is a bookmark we make. It's clear. It says, be kind, be... I've kind of scratched it, but that's okay. Be kind, be happy, be you. It's been floating around in the tub of shame for about a month. But yes. All my videos frozen. Hello, Elise. How are you? If you make 8x8, Ella Chloe, and 12x12 pages, you have the option to... So when you make your 8x8 pieces, you could just cut an 8x8 out of a 12x12, right? So we use a 12x12, we have a 12x12 background. But you need a base, don't you, if you do 8x8. So you cut your piece out and then you'll get photo mats here and here, right? If you do that, you use like those photo mats on the next page or the concurrent pages. You've just got to be careful. Like I've done some 8x8 albums and ended up with an awful lot of scraps. Yeah, an awful lot of scraps. because, yeah, 8x8 do make scraps and you have to use them wisely. So one way to overcome that, I really don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm trying to find the colour cuts that go with this new collection. I don't know what the girls have done with it. Can you go and ask what they did with the colour cuts for the new summer collection, please, Clinton?
You know that? No. Let me go and ask.
We did use colour cuts.
No, you didn't use the ones I'm after. Okay, so what you can do is cut your 8x8, like if it's something like this, or plain white. Hi, Robin and Cheryl and Cheryl. Where are my desk? They're not in that pile over there. Oh, they're down there. Sorry.
Right,
I've painted on. If it's something like this, you could cut your 8x8 out of the middle. And then by doing that, you at least have a chance to make it at least a little bit economical. Does that make sense? Do I want green or teal?
So we're going to make an 8x8.
And then we're going to make it into a 12x12.
Wow.
Green. Hello, Trish. How are you?
I'll bet pay attention.
One for teal and one for green. We're going to use these tonight, but we might use these. So if we use these, we could use like green. We could use a bit of the vellum. No, we'll do that. So an 8x8 page is not a lot of space. 6x6 is worse. I used to make a lot of 6x6 albums, like an awful lot, and there is not a lot of space on a 6x6. So what I will always cut the middle out to get my 8x8. I will always cut the middle out of a white piece to get my 8x8. So I'm going to I'm going to come in a bit less than 2 inches. So I'm going to cut my hole out. Look, I'm going to cut in 1 3/4 inches, not 2 inches. 1 3/4. So I'm going to cut my inner piece. Oops, a bit far. I'm going to cut my inner piece so it's just a little bigger than 8 inches. Now I do that because what if I don't quite cut this straight? Which I'm going to guarantee you I'm not.
So you're going to cut an 8-inch square out of the center of a 12x12 piece of paper?
No, I'm going to cut like an 8.5 inch square. I'm going to come in like 3/4, an inch and 3/4 from the edge. Can you do that?
Okay, so you're going to make an inch and 3/4 frame.
Yeah. Finished watching Boy Swallows Universe today. It's a cool series.
Just got me bogan on over here and type bacon. Don't worry about me, I just couldn't read hand signals.
Okay. So that bit's a bit bigger than an 8x8. I like to think my daughter's putting my lopper chopper away. Not. So let's just neaten this up. Make it 8x8. And then we're going to get a piece of the new summer collection vellum, and we're going to trim off the selvage at the top. And I'm going to trim down the side. And then we're going to make this, let's make this 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. See, you don't get a lot of room, do you?
So Cheryl said, come across the term paper weaving today. Have you ever tried that with any?
Yep. We did a panel that was in one of my classes back in the day, way back in the day. And I used to do a class where we wove a panel of very intricate, we did like basic weaving, but then we wove some pretty intricate stuff. It was pretty cool. So, interesting concept here. Can you see what's going on? We can't see. Maybe the word lovely. We can't actually see our flowers. Can we?
Because they blend in.
Yep. We can't see our flowers.
So at least put a comment up earlier that she often does 8.5 by 11s.
Yeah. I do them on my albums a lot. Yeah, you do have to focus on a single photo or two, or a couple of little tiny photos if you've had to cut your photos up because your people don't quite fit, you know, like on your photo. Okay, so that's not bad, but we need to mat our photo. And Yeah, we need to make our photo where we need to make this sort of stand out a bit. In here, we need this to stand out. So let's put that across here. Let's get a piece of, so this is Cats and Dogs 5. So let's cut it down to 12 inches. And then it's a nice big piece of paper. Doesn't matter if we cut it crooked in the middle, as long as we cut it. So let's cut the middle out. And I know this seems silly, you get a lot of pieces with the middle cut out of, but you can always patch a hole in something to make a page, but it's really hard to make something out of an L shape. Trust me. Making something out of an L shape is a lot harder, and you don't end up with an L shape because you end up with 2 strips. So let's do the same thing. Come in 1 3 inches. So actually, let's come in. Let's make it a little smaller. So let's come in exactly 2 inches. So we're going to come in 2 inches from the edge. Let's turn this around. Makes sense. We're going to come in and make a 2-inch frame. So we come from here to here. You know what? I didn't design this to be intended to be used like this, but if it works, it works. How high is that photo? It's 4 inches. So let's cut a piece that's, let's just shave a tiny bit off. You do a very good job here. What's that?
Is it 8 by 8 now?
Oh, economical with one photo at 8 by 8. Sometimes in a whole 12 by 12. Yeah, it could be. Just got to get 8 by 8 page protectors. So we're going to cut a 5 and let's cut a 6 inch by 7 3/4. And then let's tear a little bit off the bottom, off one long edge. Should be bored, but there we are. Cover a lot of our vellum.
So Cheryl says when she does an 8 by 8, it's either for an event or for a particular family member, like for a 21st.
Yeah.
Special items.
What do we think?
Jacqueline's put me out that she thinks 8x8 would be more economical. Sometimes at 12x12, there's a put from the woman with over 40 12x12 albums already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just bring that together.
Hey Mum, can I use your tiny scissors for a second?
So we're going to turn this over. I'm going to come in like 3/4 an inch on the vellum. So we're going to cut the middle out of the vellum.
Thank you.
Thank you. Even though it's only a small page, you don't want to waste. Okay.
That's about a 1 3/4 inch frame, so.
Yeah. So now what we need to do is we're going to, on the back of our white, just going to put our vellum down so we know where our photo's kind of going to go-ish in the middle. And we're going to come out like a good 1/2 inch out from our photo, or a bit more than that. Jeez. Oops. It's not straight, is it? And then we're going to cut that out. So we're going to mat our photo from the back of our white. Yeah. Ever the Scroogey crafter. So we want a 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Let's cut the middle out of that. A lot of my 8x8 pages, when I do make them, I make them flat. I can't explain why. I'm try and find where the tape went.
Would the wonder lift of a chippy strip be better than plain tape, but
Yeah,
it's not giving it so much height.
depends on what you like. Can you? Where's Grandma's boxes? Oh, where's the thing here? There's an 8x8 album.
There's a blue.
Yeah. Actually, did we get it back? It's over here somewhere, I think. Did we actually get Grandma the album back that I made Grandma when she turned 80? The 8x8. No. No.
Yeah, that's just photos.
I don't think I did get it back, actually, to be perfectly honest. I made an 8x8 album when Quentin's grandmother or great grandmother turned 80, and it had a page for every one of her descendants. Now,
I don't think we did that.
that time she had 13 grandchildren plus their spouses who all had a page as well. Plus she had, when she passed away at 94, she had 22 great grandchildren. So at that point in time, she probably only had about 17 great grandchildren because we provided number 20.
No, I think we were discussing that, Alicia, that was one of the things about
That was one of the things I never got back. Yeah, I don't know who's got that album.
We've got, my grandmother was, well, she was a documenter.
She was a documenter.
She had
They gave me all of
newspaper
her old
clippings.
busted cameras.
Yeah.
Rightio. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put some tape along this edge. Obviously, it's going to be hidden, and this edge here. We hope they're going to be hidden. If they're not, I'm in a world of hurt.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I feel a bit better. I feel like I'm really human. And Cheryl did that for her mother-in-law's 90.
Yeah. So I had a list of everyone. So everyone's page, everyone wrote something. Oh, babies didn't. It's been like 17 or 18 great grandchildren. Because there's not many born at the end. First great grandchild was only born in 2023. And she wasn't here for it. Unfortunately, I've now stretched my vellum. What are you looking at?
Oh, that's not like that.
No, that's a 6x6.
That's just not sure.
I find 8x8s come together quite quickly. But when you're making an album with 1 million pages, let's do an even border, top and right side.
Okay, does anyone else have trouble with their video dropping out? Or was just messaged me?
Oh,
And the video's dropped out. I've still got you sticking down the photo, so everything's a bit annoying.
I said I was making an album, and then Quentin's grandmother harassed me for 6 months for the album. Where's my album? Where's my album? And I'm like,
do remember that.
dearie me.
I do remember that.
I've not actually made anyone else an album since. My video's still going, and mine is really glitchy. Logged out and back in. Okay, Mary's back in.
Oh, okay, I was just sending the link again. Just ignore that message, Mary.
Pretty bad. So I had first names and everything. Yeah, we had. I actually put. Grandma didn't have dementia, but she used to get our birthdays muddled up. Every female, a lot of the females in my generation, except for Quentin's sister, I used to get their phone calls on their birthdays. Mine's a public holiday. So I used to get the phone call for Quentin's cousins and yep.
I didn't even know when the birthdays were.
So yeah, I did it and it had everyone's birthday and everyone wrote a message and we got little kids to draw a picture. I was actually hoping to get it back. It was all in the Kane Company blue, and it was like a blue and gold collection. Actually, let's use this pastel blood orange because it's the same colour as this writing here. For our title. You can see that an 8x8 comes together really quickly. It's a bit of water.
Well, it doesn't sound like that much smaller than 12 by 12, but when you work out the square inches, it's a lot smaller than 12 by 12.
It's a lot smaller. It's not tiny, but it's smaller can actually be harder at times because you want to be able to say the same. Generally, it's here, I think in white. So we were talking about that some of you like the idea of an 8x8 because you see people make nice 8x8s and you want to make the 8x8. But then you don't accommodate 8x8s in your album. So we'll make this into a 12 by 12.
But it's only like 64 square inches you've got to play with here instead of
144.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're way less than half the size. Well, not way less, but just under half the size.
Hopefully this is the last coat. Oh, that's pretty good.
Alicia, it's good when you want to be creative, but you don't always have the time for a 12 by 12.
Yeah. You can use scraps. It's probably easier to Frankenstein a background for an 8x8 because it's a smaller scale. Yeah. Frankensteining a background is when I've not actually heard anyone call it that, but we call it that here. We do that a lot in retreats. By the time we get to Sunday afternoon, a lot of times at a retreat, we are making a background out of some scraps, some seriously small scraps at times. Let's leave that title aside and let's come and deal with if we were to make. So say we've done a class somewhere, we've watched a video, we've bought a kit, we've done something, and we've ended up with this 8x8 page. And we go, well, I don't have any 8x8 page protectors. I'm going to go to my stash. So I'm liking making 8x8s. And I did what I was told, and I cut the middle out to make a piece. Well, that ain't going to fit, is it? There is something we could do with that, but
It looks very nice.
we're not going to. And we could do this, but this is a very snug fit. And that's a lot of green. I am so sorry, Karen, but that's a lot of green. What do we think of that? Okay. So I've kind of got a bit of damage up there.
I'm sure Karen has somewhere up her sleeve that she can.
Yep. Good use of scrapbooks, yep. So let's cut a 11.5 by 11.5 of our tealy colour. Alright.
Danny said maybe put the green underneath and the white on top.
Yeah, you could, but I've got an 8-inch hole in my green. It's a bit exact. It's a bit tight. So let's get our piece of, what was this? This Cutest Farm number 5. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit that in the middle. Our page. And we're just going to mark our corners. We are going to cut the middle out of this. We're going to come in like an inch. An inch from those check marks we made. They were just outside our page. So come in an inch. What are we having for dinner?
Roast pork.
There we go. Quentin is very predictable.
Oh. Yes, I am. And never guess what we're having tomorrow.
Don't know. Rissoles.
No, I'll never guess. Chicken drumsticks.
Chicken drumsticks. Wow.
And then the night after that, on Tuesday, will be.
Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Tuesday, yes, yes.
It's gonna probably be missiles.
No.
What?
No. Got
But
it.
that's a Tuesday meal.
Considering we've got to pack a dance bag yet for tomorrow afternoon. Oh, leaping into action over that.
So bring a little bit of something on the page out to the frame. Maybe put the green underneath. Okay. Let's get some green on here. So let's cut our green down. Let's cut like half an inch off all 4 sides. We're going to cut it to 11.5. $11.5, and then 11. So we're gonna cut it down to an 11 by 11 piece.
Yep. So it'll be 11 by 11 outside the frame.
Yep, the outside's 11 by 11, and don't waste these. And then let's make that into a nice, neat 1-inch frame. So the bit we're going to keep is the outer frame. So we're going to line our T-rule up with the edge. Hold it tight. I think I've just turned my ruler upside down. Oh crap, I went too far. I went right to the edge, didn't I? Oh, hopefully we don't see that. And then I'm going to come to a cut mark here. So we're going to make that into a nice, neat 1-inch frame. Rightio. Where's the bit I cut through down there? I'm going to put that down in the bottom left where you don't see it. What about... that? See? Okay, let's finish the 8x8 page first.
The Sunday afternoon rhythmic hum has started.
The mowing.
Well, whippersnippers out front currently.
Of course it is. Please don't tell me the ones that mowed and whippersnip Friday are doing it again.
I think so.
Really?
Oh, that's across the road, sold today.
What? Straight across the road?
No,
Oh, the one over.
Right over.
That one with the original owners used to lock the kid outside the house.
Yeah. It's parenting skills. Poor toddler, she was only about 2 or 3.
Well, and then someone tried to get me to back them in nominating her for a parenting award. Sorry. I couldn't do that in all good conscience. I'd actually had to call child services on her because she locked the kid outside in the sun. The little kid. Well, back then, just call the police. Right. So let's stick this together.
Look, Deborah's joined us. Dee said she loves it. That looks good, says Robin. And Karen said hi.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Karen.
Karen Hayes, sorry.
Hello, Deborah. Hello, Karen. There's 2 Karens. Karen Caesar on the tube.
Karen sees on the tube.
Have you been watching the tube? No. There's water over in this corner where that... Let me just check that now. This is the tube. Hello, everyone on the tube. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello if you're watching this on Facebook and you haven't said anything, because that's okay. You don't have to say anything. So let's turn around a little tiny bit in each corner.
Oh, you weren't out there earlier, did you?
What?
There's a extreme weather temperature warning for our area until 8:49 p.m. tonight.
Well, it's really hot here. We are sweating in the air conditioning.
No chance of rain today. It's just, but the humidity's off.
There are storms hanging around, but they're not going to hit us. Oops. Then we're going to put some tape on our frame, which is going to be fun to stick down. Try not to stretch the tape. You put it down because that'll distort the way it sticks down.
Trish just love this page and the idea. Jacqueline was saying Caranel was on it here too.
Yep, Caranel's here as well. Said hi to Karen at the start, I think.
Dee said she's had her aircon all day and it's just so hot.
Yep.
Yep. They're right there with you, Dee.
Let's tack that down. Let's see how that looks. This is where I cut through. I'm not going to see that. Oh, actually, we'll do that. Do our florally bit there. Where is it? There. Like that. Okay, so this is our 8x8. And we're going to put journal in there. I think the biggest thing with the album I made, Quentin's Grandmother, was the fact that I also had 3 children at the time. And yeah. Because I had an 8-year-old, a 2-year-old, and an 11-year-old, and yeah, life was interesting, and I had a business. There we go. Put that one there. Are you making the kit?
No, I thought you were.
How am I making a kit? I'm teaching a class.
Okay. Yeah, just start making that.
So we made an 8x8, and then we made it into a 12x12.
Oh, it's small.
So other things you could do is just bring one of your patterns on your 8x8 and make the frame out of it. Or you could put, instead of the green border, you could put little 1-inch squares all the way around, or you could put your 8x8 over to the side here and then put little photos around here in an L shape.
How about
Like
straight
little
after
square
class, I'll
photos?
make the kit.
That'd be a good idea, seeing as how you haven't started.
Everyone's saying what a great page is. I agree too. It's a beautiful page. It's the best page.
Trying to
we've done.
divert the conversation. Yeah. Yeah. That's you to the core.
It's, I just need to go and get that shovel I was using at work this morning.
Yeah. Thank you, Debbie and Diane. Dee, Deborah, Jacqueline, Cheryl, Karen, Trish, Robin. I think that's it. Pam, Trish, Raquel, Debbie, Elise. So thank you all, Karen. Thank you all. We'll be back at 7 tonight. Gonna make a scrapbook page. I've got fussy cutting to do before then, haven't I?
Yes.
Because I'm going to use some of these, I think. And then, yeah, and then that'll be our last class for Super Weekend. It is a great colour combo. I like it. I like how it's come out. Like we could have used hot pink. Well, maybe not hot pink and coral. But, you know, you can bring another colour in. And that's what we did with our aqua. It's kind of here in the leaves. It's kind of in the leaves here. Oops.
The vellum works well with that piece of cats and dogs.
Okay, just. Just going to put a bit on the side here, on each side. Just hold it down. There we go.
Still doing the watercolor one.
Oh, shit. Shiver me timbers. Leave that with me. Leave that with me. If we don't get it done today, we'll get it done one day. Oh, yeah. And I think Tuesday we're back to daytime classes on Tuesday, aren't we?
Yes.
Back to daytime classes on Tuesday because school's back. I will have to get back to you. I have fussy cutting for week 4. Did I hear right that we needed to do 3 pages? Yes. Yes. I mentioned that there's a post in the January group. There's a post in there, Cheryl. So take care, stay safe. I love you all. Thank you, Karen, on the tube. Don't forget today's free stamp is watermelon when you spend over $30 today. And I hope you've enjoyed Super Weekend so far. So take care, stay safe. We'll see you at 7. See you then. Bye.